Well, hi Frank, thanks so much for joining us after coming off stage here, closing off day two of procurement and supply chain sustainability.
My pleasure.
So just to kind of talk about, just to start things off, if you wouldn't mind telling us a bit about yourself and your kind of journey in procurement and
Yeah.
supply chain sustainability.
Okay. Well, my journey spans 25 years or so. So, funny enough, I actually started off life as a chemical engineer. Did some research and development, moved into manufacturing, and then in manufacturing, I got involved in supply and management, and from there, my career in procurement really started. So, I've run production lines. I've been a procurement director. I've worked in the technology space now for about 10 years. So, I'm really excited to have had a journey that has really played into something I'm passionate about. I really believe in procurement. I believe in supply chain, and I'm also very, very passionate about sustainability. So today's session was really an opportunity for me to talk about my passions and my career.
Great, perfect. And obviously, you've just come off stage. You've closed off the event with your keynote. Tell us a little about how that went, and kind of if that hunger for kind of Gen AI and its capabilities to kind of help on those sustainable journeys is kind of was felt in the room.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I really enjoyed giving that fireside chat, and I hope the audience enjoyed it as much as I did. And in terms of AI, I mean, the thing you'll notice, first of all, is that I was physically present. AI is not going to replace people. It just replaces some of the things they do, which are very high volume, very repetitive, and low value added. So that's a key thing that people need to understand about business AI. It doesn't replace people. It just replaces some of the mundane, repetitive tasks that they do and makes the quality of life a lot easier for people.
So obviously, quite a broad question. We could speak about this all day, but obviously, SAP is such a huge company. Tell us a little bit about what you're seeing and kind of how SAP is integrating sustainable practices into its procurement function.
Yeah. Well, I had the advantage of working for a large global technology organization where most 78% of business transactions actually flow through an SAP system. So we see uh, the data that organizations struggle with and grapple with to gain meaningful insights. And our technology is all about helping them draw insights from that data. So the key things to remember is that big data is there, there's lots of it, but how do you analyze that and process it and help you to make business critical decisions? And that is what SAP is about. It's about enabling our customers to actually access that information, be able to analyze it, and draw meaningful insights to make key critical decisions, particularly around procurement, particularly around supply chain, and also embedding sustainability into their procurement and supply chain processes.
Great. And obviously, procurement faces such a myriad of challenges every day. And perhaps one thing that struggles is, its core function to keep costs down. But when sustainability and sustainable practices come along, perhaps they cost a bit more. So what advice would you give to companies looking to strike that balance between cost saving and being more green?
Yeah. First of all, it is a myth that sustainability actually increases costs. Sustainability in the long term reduces costs because you become more energy efficient. Your supply chains become more efficient. And that is all around about sustainability because you're reducing your footprint, reducing your energy usage. So sustainability can actually help you reduce your operating costs. Now, for some people in procurement, they may say, yeah, but I source things from the Far East and that saves me a lot of money. If I source closer to home, then the costs go up. My counter to that argument is that may be the case. But when you're sourcing from these low-cost country locations, your carbon footprint is very, very high. And there's legislation which is being developed now where things coming into the EU are going to be subject to a carbon tax. So those advantages which you've been enjoying over the past few years will soon dissipate or will be diminished. Now, this is where technology comes in. We know that when you bring things closer to home, yes, okay, the unit price may go up, which is why you outsourced it to the Far East in the first place. But with technology, you can actually do some modeling. You can actually work out which is the optimum footprint. The closer you bring it to the UK, for example, okay, maybe the unit price goes up because of labor costs, but also your carbon footprint comes down. So you can actually work out the optimum balance between cost and carbon footprint using technology.
Great. And finally, what do you think will be the one thing that kind of shapes the agenda when it comes to sustainable procurement kind of over the next kind of 2 years?
I think it will be the mindset, because sustainability is becoming embedded in procurement processes. And to your point, there are questions being asked. Does sustainability increase my cost? Is it something else I've got to worry about? What skill sets do I need? Blah, 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 blah. The good thing is that I actually see sustainability becoming embedded. It's becoming part of the agenda of the CPO. And in years to come, we won't be asking these questions. Well, does sustainability increase cost? Does sustainability do that? Is sustainability something I need to work? Because they'll be doing it. It'll be embedded. It could be part of their day job, and they'll do it without even thinking about it.